Greetings, all my fellow monsters and ghouls out there. This is the Terrors of Halloween, and today I'm gonna make a update video of my example of my haunt. So yes, I'm officially making a part 2 to this. So I'm gonna give out some more examples about it. So, yeah, well, let's get started. And also, if you guys haven't seen my first one, I did back in March before I went to Transworld Halloween and Attraction Show. It is on there. Yes, go check it out. The very first video I did of my example of my haunt. So, yes, go check out the first one. Alright, so let's get started here. So, yes, like what I said in the very first video, this will be the entrance to the haunt itself right here. So yes, this will be the entrance right here. Of course, like I said in the first one, the guests are gonna open the door, and then we'll have an actor right here. Yeah. Oh yes, this rose. This bush was not here before, but yeah, we'll have someone hide right there in that spot, like what I said in the first one. Yep, and then the guests will continue down that way. Well, it's kind of muddy right now. I'm probably not going to be walking in the mud with these nice looking boots on, but I'll just leave it. So they're going to go this way. The guests are going to come right through this way. Then we'll have a actor right over there hiding, and then the guests are going to continue walking right over there. And then we'll also have like a couple of actors right over there as well. And yeah, they're going to continue the way over there, and then, yep, come back up and go right that way. Yeah. Also, like what I showed you before. So all the guests are going to go right that way. Yeah, sorry about that fence. I don't know why that's there. But hold on. Give me a second to move this, and I'll come back to the video. Alright guys, the Terrors of Halloween is back here. And yes, and then the guests are going to go right straight through that little gate right there. So yeah, and then they're going to continue they're going to continue the way to the front yard area there. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the backyard. Yeah, I know it's a little bit short, but no, but still, it's a really nice trail right here. They can just, like what I say, they can come through that door right over there, and then move their way right over there. Yeah, of course, we'll have a actor right over there hiding behind that tree, and they're gonna go right down that way, get a couple of scares over there, and then yeah, like what I said in my very first video I did about my example of my haunt, we'll have someone dressed as the rake creature, making some rake noises, scaring the guests while they're walking through, just going, yep, doing all that stuff. Yes, that was my impression of the rake. Okay, so let's go through the front yard area where the haunt continues. So let's go. Alright, I made it. Yeah, so as soon as the guests come through this way, they're gonna go right over here, and then this is where we'll have a little actor hiding right over here, like I mentioned in the first video. Yep, so they're gonna be a little haunt actor right there, scaring the guests as they come through this way. And then they're gonna go right over here. And, oh yeah, we'll also have a haunt actor right there as well. Or yeah, maybe, yeah, I could do that. Have someone right there in that spot. And then this is where they will go inside the haunted house. Yes, and like what I said in the first video of my example of my haunt, and we'll have some person sitting right here greeting the guests and saying beware, all sort of that stuff. Don't go in there or you'll die in there. Yeah, that's probably what. Yeah, so so he'll definitely say all those lines right there, greeting the guests as they about to enter the haunted house area. So I think we shall enter the haunted house right now. Let's go. Alright, and they are in the haunted house area. Yeah, there's my cat right there. Yeah, and so, yeah, so like we'll have like a couple actors hiding right here in this area and like scaring them. And then, yes, and like I mentioned before in the first video of my example of my haunt, we'll have like a black curtain right here, so you won't be able to see all that stuff. So as soon as they're about to enter, phew, they are in the little doctor's lounge area. So yeah, so this is where they'll get to meet the evil looking doctor guy in this haunt area. I mean in this scene area, excuse me. So yeah, so this place will be like a mad scientist lab. Like, you know, like this guy does experiments on dead bodies and stuff like that. So this will be the scare spot right here. And then, yeah, so then the final ending of the haunt, they're gonna go through this door. And that's where they'll exit the evil doctor's lab. And that's the end of the haunt. Yes, so like what I mentioned before in the first video that I made. So, yeah. So that's where the guests will go. That's the exit through the haunt area. So, yeah. And I do want to make an update about the line area. Instead of having the guests waiting right here in this spot, I've decided they can wait right here. This will be a bigger line area, so that way the guest can wait in line, so that way they can get inside the haunt itself. So yeah. So yeah, so definitely want to make an update about that, so that way the guests can be right here, and then, yep, then they'll go right through that way. And yep, and that's where the haunt continues. Begins. Sorry, I can't even talk today. So yes, so this is where they'll go. The beginning of the haunt. Oh, well, I can't even close it. Okay, hold on here. Okay, hold on. Give me a few minutes here, folks. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had well, it was pretty difficult getting that, door in place here. So yeah, like I said, this is where the guests will enter the entrance area. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So, God, I can't even talk today. I don't know what's going on with me. But yeah, like I said, this will be the entrance area to the haunt. And yep, like I said before, we'll have a haunt actor there scaring them as they go through. Yep, they continue the way right there. And yep, they'll just continue their way over there, getting scared in that area. So yeah, that will be the area where the guest will go. So yeah, so that's, you know, pretty much it. So, you know, I do want to make did want to make an update video about that. So yeah, you know, so yeah, so I decided to have the line, you know, like what I mentioned before, right here in this spot right here. This is where the guests can wait in line, because it's a bigger sidewalk than that sidewalk. The guests can wait right over there in that exact spot where they can wait in line for the haunt. So yeah, so that's, yeah, so yeah, sorry about the short video, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, you know, I did want to make a update video about that. So I went around the areas that I mentioned before in the first video about all the scare scene that's gonna happen and all, yeah, and on all sorts of stuff. So yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video of my update about my example of my haunt. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy that. Yeah, hey, yeah, sorry about the short video, guys. I mean, yeah, I definitely had to come on here and, you know, make a update video about my haunt. So yeah, that is what I did right now. So yeah, so if I were able to do a haunt, you know, like what I said, you know, that'll be the entrance, and yeah. Yeah, well, I don't really have to repeat all that, but yeah, because I showed you all that in the first video. If you guys want to check that out, go on ahead. It is on the Terrors of Halloween channel. So yeah, you know, I'm trying to think of some names for my haunt and a backstory too. I'm still trying to think of some ideas for the haunt, like what's the backstory and what's gonna be about. But yes, you know, like what I was saying, you know, if you guys want to help me out, the backstory for my haunt or the name for it, like send a comment down below if you guys have any good ideas for the haunt name and the backstory, because it's always gotta have a backstory. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of thinking about calling it Graveyard House. Yeah, get it? Because this whole entire area right here is going to be filled with, like, you know, gravestones and all that stuff. So, yeah, you know, I'm kind of thinking about doing that name or something like that. So, maybe I can definitely come up with that name. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if I should call my haunt Graveyard House. Yeah, because, you know, like, you're walking through a graveyard site, and then, yeah, the house right here is where I'm standing. So yeah, Graveyard House. So well, I don't know. I could definitely do something like that. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about coming up. I'm giving some ideas about the backstory of the haunt and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this quick update about my experience. God, I can't even talk today. My example of my haunt. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So like what I said, give it a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. And like what I said before, send a comment down below if you think Graveyard House is a great name for the haunt. And yes, and a backstory too. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to help me out with that. So yeah, you know, stay, what was I gonna say for my outro? Oh, stay scary and also stay spooky. This is the Terrors of Halloween, and I shall see you in the next spooky video. Bye bye.